science lovers, are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of neuroscience and explore a puzzling question that keeps us curious? I'm Aadhya from grade 9, and I'm the one who always asks questions. Just ask my teachers. When I was younger, I drove my parents nuts with endless whys. Why is the sky blue? Why can't I have an ice cream for breakfast? And my dad would say, because I said so. Well, turns out our brains are hardwired like curious little detectives, constantly hunting for clues. You could say curiosity is the brain's favorite sport. But we don't really seem to get a reason for this, which is why I'm here to disclose the truly vivid answers about the biggest mysteries of all. Why we are wired to ask why. Asking these sorts of questions allows our brain to confess that curiosity is the driving force behind human behavior. Here's the big reveal about curiosity. Curiosity is considered as a key to survival. It is the wick in the candle of learning by William Arthur Watt emphasizes that curiosity helped early humans to understand cause and effect relationships in unpredictable environments. Now, can you think of the reason why some of the most desired species became extinct over time? It was because they did not have the caliber to adapt to the timely changes. However, can you contrast this with the fact that humans have lived since millions of years ago? How is this possible? This was because we underwent social evolution by constantly asking why. We have to appreciate the reality of how we have achieved from nothing to launching spacecrafts and so on, just by asking why and being curious. Likewise, in the current scenario of this generation, curiosity can spark collective learning, promote cooperation, and drive innovation within groups. When we encounter a question that sparks our curiosity, it stimulates the brain's dopamine system, which acts like a happiness booster shot. Dopamine is the chemical that makes us feel good, and it is what makes us light up when we finally discover the answer to a burning question. Think about how amazing it feels when you finally solve a math problem that you have been sitting with for hours. That's a perfect example of a eureka moment, a sudden and triumphant discovery that triggers a positive emotional response and a sense of achievement. This feeling of satisfaction reinforces curiosity-driven behavior, encouraging us to keep learning and uncover new secrets. Through this process, our brain rewards us for intellectual exploration, motivating us to continue learning and uncovering new secrets. Next up, the prefrontal cortex of the brain is responsible for problem solving and planning. The PFC is like your brain's CEO. It helps you solve problems and think about the future. Curiosity engages this integral part of the brain to generate hypotheses, analyze information, and think about them. Imagine you're learning to cook a new dish. At first, you're curious, trying out different ingredients and methods to see what works. As you gain experience, you stick to familiar techniques you know will succeed. But then, curiosity strikes again. What if you add a new spice or try a different method? Your brain's PFC helps you balance what you know using and exploring new ideas, pushing you to improve and grow. This mix of curiosity and knowledge keeps you learning and uncovering new insights. Have you ever wondered if there would be a part in the brain with part of its name from that of an animal? Yes, it is the hippocampus. Now, I'd like to share with you all one of the popular memes about the hippocampus. Why did the hippocampus bring a ladder to its party? Any answers? Because it wanted to elevate its memory, and this is exactly what the hippocampus does in our brains. When curiosity drives us to learn new facts or solve problems, the brain's hippocampus is its library. It organizes and stores the knowledge you gain from curiosity, making sure you can find it again when you really need it. Here's a pro tip for us to understand it with evidence. Studies show that we remember and retain things longer when we are curious about them, as the brain prioritizes information linked to curiosity. Now, think about the last time you learned something new that just blew your mind. What was happening in your brain? Well, chances are your hippocampus was throwing a little celebration. Being curious is an art, and curiosity is ingrained in our lives. From the reward centers that fuel motivation to the hippocampus, curiosity is essential for growth, survival, and social interaction. A popular saying, curiosity killed the cat, is untrue because curiosity is what made us and the cat survive and will make us survive. Embrace our own curiosity or your own curiosity for lifelong learning. So the next time you find yourself asking why, remember that your brain is the only organ striving to learn about itself. So keep asking, keep exploring, and keep learning because the world is full of answers waiting to be discovered. Thank you for this opportunity.